Hi, welcome to Faux Food Creations. I'm Emily, and today I'm going to show you how to make a fake cake. This one happens to be mini, but you can also apply the same principles to a larger cake if you'd like. For the icing, mix together lightweight spackle and some cream colored paint. The icing that we're making is vanilla icing, but we don't want it to be so stark of a white color, so that's why we're adding a little bit of cream. Now add a generous amount of the icing in between two layers of styrofoam. Obviously, if you don't have 2 layers, you can skip this step, but I wanted some extra height on mine, so that's why I'm using 2 layers. I started icing and then realized it would be a lot easier if I had something to hold on to, so I'm adding these skewers. This will also help hold the 2 layers together, but it's really just to give me a bit of a grip on the cake. So then once you have the skewers in, you can start icing the cake. I'm adding a pretty thick layer on here of just plain icing, and then I'm going to go around and start creating my pattern. So I'm just kind of going in a diagonal towards the top of the cake from the bottom and making these little lines. And then you can go ahead and add icing to the top of the cake and just cover it in a smooth layer. And then set it aside to dry. I had mine in a water bottle. If you have skewers in your cake, you can go ahead and cut them off or pull them out. And then next you'll want to glue the cake onto some sort of base. Here I'm just using some poster board, but you could use a plate or a cake platter or anything that you like. Now for the decorations around the base. For this cake I'm using a mini piping tip because the big one would be a little bit too big for the size of the cake. And then I'm demonstrating the piping technique that I used on this red plate because it's a little bit easier to see. I just kind of overlap the end of these strokes onto the next and then go around in a circular motion, and then just do that around the entire base of the cake. And here's what the final product should look like, and then we're going to add a little bit of a topping. First I'm placing a dollop of icing in the center of the cake, and then I'm adding a strawberry and a blackberry. I have separate videos about how to make each of these, so I'll link them below, and I'm just placing them down into the icing.